Hello and welcome to Knit Cheek. My name is Natalie and I am the cheek behind Knit Cheek, and today I am pretty bummed out because I have moths. Look what I found. Mr. Cheek's closet. Cool. Welcome to my YouTube video about moths that I wasn't expecting to make because yeah, I thought that they were gone. I have had moths in the past. We lived in a house about 5 years ago and had moths that we argue back and forth between someone else who lived in that house of who brought the moths into the house. But that was never resolved. And yeah, once you have moths, it's really, really hard to get rid of them. And there is a lot of information out there online. And I just want to talk about my experience and what works and what doesn't work, for me at least, and things that you may be overlooking, because there were things that I overlooked. If you have moths, a lot of people will tell you to freeze your stuff, right? And that'll get rid of the larvae, the eggs, whatever. And so when we moved from our old house to our new house, we froze. I put every item of clothing that we had into the freezer for like at least a week. My mother-in-law had like a garage freezer, so that's how we were able to do that. But yeah, it didn't work because I had overlooked the fact that we had curtains that later on I had found like the little cocoons in the curtain itself. So yeah, there's curtains, rugs, blankets, anything of natural material, cloths. They've even eaten baskets before. I had a basket full of stuff and I had found their cocoons in there. Moths can be really devastating, but as somebody who's had them on and off for a while, it's not like once you have them, like all of your wool gets eaten. I think that, I don't know, I think people think that if you get moths, it would just like all your wool is bad. I mean, for me at least, I haven't had that experience. If you're using stuff, moving stuff, washing stuff, I've never noticed any moth damage on clothing like that. It's the stuff that you're storing that sits, that isn't used, that will get eaten and destroyed by moths. So the two incidents that we had here, a beanie that I had made Mr. Cheek years ago that he had like, it had fallen somewhere in the back of his closet and he forgot about it. That got eaten and destroyed by moths. Like 100%, it was non-salvageable, went in the trash. And then we had a rug that, because it was underneath my bed, I wasn't vacuuming all the time. And underneath my bed, I have like storage. And that got eaten by moths. Yeah, that's what happens when you are a person like me who really likes everything to be natural materials. I'm someone who's like eco-conscious, like tried to do my part, and I try to buy as little as plastic as I possibly can. I try to buy things that are better for the environment. I'm in no way a saint. I order things on Amazon that, you know, when I see something that I want. But where I can, I'll do things. And Mr. Cheek is also just somebody who really likes natural materials as well. He doesn't like the feeling of like acrylic, polyester. So it's just kind of something that we're both a part of. Like I said, I'm not a yarn snob. I totally love budget yarn, but I try to just buy yarn that has, if it does have like nylon or anything like a low percentage, I'm okay with. But I'm not going to buy like 100% acrylic yarn. I don't like the way that it feels to work with any either. But no judgment. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm an Amazon orderer, even though I know it's problematic. So anyways, that ramble, what am I going to do now that I have found moths, and what would I suggest that you do? Well, I am going to clean the closets, like take everything out, clean it, make sure they're clean, wipe it down, put everything back. Anything that has been sitting, like jackets or whatever, you rotate them, see if anything has damage. I might freeze something if I can. The big jackets will be hard, but I also have a lot of closet space for an old house. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 good size. I mean, they're like old house, 100-year-old closets, but they're like little, I don't know, rooms. So that's a good amount of work for me to do. And then I also think I'll probably shampoo the carpets. I have a little shampooer. It's not like fancy or anything. It's just like a bristle shampooer. Probably clean the carpets. That's really all I can do. Keep my moth traps up. But I also am going to fix my yarn storage as the way that I have it now. Hey guys, welcome to my yarn storage. I don't know why I said it like that. This is where I keep my yarn. And this is the guest room closet, so it's kind of a catch-all. And I have these cute little storage bins. I have like my craft books. I have all my yarn in these 6 bins. I have mentioned I don't have a huge yarn stash, and I try to keep it small because of the moth situation that I've had in the past. And then I also keep my fabric up here, and then like gift bags, I don't know, just other random stuff, my blocking mats. Down here, yeah, this is not great. I need to buy some gasket sealable totes. These cute little wooden ones, they close. You can see some of them aren't because they're too full, but they don't seal, so I don't trust it. I don't know. I need to move these books into the other room. I need to clean up, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some sealable totes and store all my yarn responsibly that way. And yeah, I also need to clean the rug underneath my bed because I know that was a problematic thing before. So if you have moths or you find a moth, don't panic. But if you get an infestation, it's hard. It's hard to get rid of. We have talked about fumigating our house because Mr. Cheek is a termite inspector. So I'm actually looking at a hole. We have like a hole in the hardwood that has been here since we moved in, but it's like termite damage. So we have needed to do it since we moved in, but we just have a lot of plants and I just don't want to do it, but we should. We really should. I mean, we have a cabin that we could go to like for a couple of days. It's not even like it would be a huge inconvenience for our lives, but it would be, but it wouldn't be, I wish that I had more information about like what to do with moths. Do I think lavender, mothballs, and cedar works? No, I don't. I don't think that stuff works. It really is. I think it's a climate thing too. Like, I wonder that if it got cold enough here, if they would go away. And I wonder if it's the heat wave that has kind of brought them back. Because I really haven't noticed them. They're seasonal, or at least in my case they are. They'll go, I won't notice any for like half a year, and then I will notice them. When it was really bad, I would see their cocoons in like the corners of the ceilings. Actually, there's one there, but that's really old. They're really sticky and they're hard to get off. And we had popcorn ceilings in the bedroom. We still have popcorn ceilings in the bedroom, and I would notice them there as well. But since the last time that we had the rug incident and we got rid of the rug and we cleaned it out and cleaned everything, I haven't noticed any since then until now. So I have a lot of cleaning to do. This is a lot shorter of a video probably than I intended because I was going to film like moving my yarn storage from where it is into a cabinet into the office, which I'm not going to do anymore. So, because I need to be safer with my yarn and store it better, even though I love the idea of being able to see all of it. And I think it would like really promote using your yarn stash. Not that I have a huge stash. I really am not like in trouble. Like, oh my God, I need to use all this, but I don't like to keep I like to buy things and use them because I don't like to have anything for too long to where it can get moths. So I don't know. There's a lot of things online out there. And I've tried a lot of different traps too. I always have moth traps out. Ever since we had it the first time, like 7 years ago, I've always kept moth traps out so that I can visually see and keep track. Like, oh, I see that this has moths in it, time to rotate my cleaning. And I go through my closet all the time. I don't keep anything that I'm not wearing all the time. And in fact, I have some storage underneath my bed of stuff that I don't wear, and I think I'm gonna make the call and I'm gonna get rid of it because it's just not worth holding on to stuff. that moths can get into, unless you are really safe and you have like vacuum sealed bags or like some type of storage that is safe for that. I just wouldn't recommend it. So that's what I'm going to do today. No, not today. This week I'm going to deep clean the closets.
Hi everyone, it is Natalie from the future. It's been a few days since I recorded the video that you're watching. I am now here cleaning out the guest room closet where I'm going to be storing my yarn storage. Here's the vinegar that I'm showing you. I read online that moths don't like the vinegar scent, and the vinegar kills larvae and eggs. I didn't find any moths in the guest room closet, so I'm just kind of being extra safe before I pack up my yarn. I ordered some storage bins on Amazon that had mixed reviews about the broken handles. Um, and you're going to see me open those up here. Out of the 12 that I got, only one of them came with broken handles, so I went ahead and messaged the company, and we'll see what they say, if they'll send me new ones. These were not cheap. They were like $51 for 6 of them, and I ordered 2 packs. And here I am showing them to you. In the end of this video, you'll see the closet all set up, and I definitely have room for more totes. So if I get a bigger stash, but just financially right now, I was like, I'll just wait to order those totes later because, like I said, they are kind of expensive and not my favorite way of spending $100. I definitely would have rather bought yarn with that. I do really like the totes for yarn storage, though. They fit a sweater's quantity worth of yarn in each of them, and they're small enough that I can kind of organize my yarn into smaller quantities. And they stack 2 on each shelf. Joey is putting in a second shelf for me in this video so that I have more space to put stuff into this closet. I gotta be honest with you guys, after I filmed this video, I kind of started having some hesitations about posting it just because I feel pretty vulnerable putting myself out here online talking about something like having moths in your house, just because I feel like it could have a negative connotation that I am not a clean person or that we're dirty or that we just don't clean our house or take care of our clothes. I don't know. I've just been kind of mulling it over and wasn't thrilled with the idea of throwing myself online and feeling like this. But the more I thought about it, I thought, no, I think it's important to share this story and not normalize moths. I mean, maybe normalize it. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys have had this issue and maybe don't tell people just because you don't want people to get freaked out. Like, is nobody going to want to knit with me because they're going to be afraid that they're going to catch moths? Are they not going to want to come over to my house? I don't know. There's a lot of fear that I have in posting this video, but like I said, I hope that it helps anyone who might be going through this experience or who has questions or who maybe is more scared of moths than they need to be. Like, I think it would be really sad for someone to find moths in their house and then decide to throw away all their yarn or all their knits. I think that's unnecessary. I think there's steps that you can do to keep it safe, which is what I'm doing here, and hopefully it works. And I will definitely keep you guys updated on my attempts to keep my wool safe from moths. Here is the finished closet. I actually like the totes a lot more than I thought I would. I thought I was going to hate it. I thought I was going to hate not being able to see all of it, but I really like the compartmentalization, the totes, and being able to put like a small amount of yarn, sweaters quantities worth of yarn, and I think it's nice for organization. This was my best attempt of what I could put together to make a moth safe storage, and I hope that you enjoyed watching me do it, and I will link these storage bins below. Tune into next week's video where I will be uploading my entire stash to Ravelry.
Thank you for watching this episode, this very depressing episode of Knit Cheat Gets Moths. Please leave any comments below if you have any suggestions on how to deal with moths or if you've ever had any moth issues in the past. And I am throwing myself out here on the internet, letting you guys know that I have found moths in my house once again. So please don't judge me. Like and subscribe if you want to find out what happens.